Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Najib. I'm a student master. My research title is Non-Linear Wave Modulation Effect in Presence of Multiple Cracks in Solid Structure. Executive summary. The vibromodulation technique is a potential additive method which involves monitoring the amplitude modulation of an ultrasonic vibration field transmitted through a crack specimen undergoing an additional low-frequency structural vibration, typically one of the first structural modes. VAM technique has been introduced in 1990s for detection of contact-type defects such as cracks and delamination. Later, the method was applied to monitoring a damage evolution at the microscopic level, demonstrating its high sensitivity to damage initiation before micro defects are developed. VM method for detection and characterization of various structural and material flaws has been actively researched for the last 2 decades. Most of the studies focus on detection and monitoring of macro cracks requiring well-established baseline, no damage value of the modulation index. Nowadays, the VM method is widely used in the engineering field, including automotive, aerospace, and mechanical engineering. According to ongoing research, this method is continuously being developed and improved, especially for the evaluation of sensitivity, resolution, and accessibility in various testing. Statement. As a result of the effects of extreme weather such as high temperatures, movement by earthquakes, and instability due to flooding can reduce the lifespan of a weak structure, and this is caused by the lack of proper maintenance and inspection of structure. Therefore, structural health monitoring is extremely important to observe and monitor existing and potential defects, recommend remedial work, and estimate remaining life. Based on previous studies, the non-linear guided wave technique has shown that it is responsive to detect structural damage by monitoring the generation of non-linear features such as sideband amplitude effects. To generate a 2D model of a crack and multi-crack structure to simulate the non-linear characteristic of ultrasonic wave for the damage detection, it is necessary to use the finite element analysis method, where this method is widely used. Research objective: analyze the relationship between the effect of nonlinear wave modulation in solid structures with multiple cracks, to identify the effect of wave modulation in the presence of multiple crack lines in metal structure. Hypothesis or research questions. The hypothesis of various defects, especially contact types such as cracks, delamination, can be detected by using low-frequency vibrations. The hypothesis of various defects, especially contact types such as cracks, delaminations, can be measured using the vibroacoustic modulation methods. The hypothesis that the nonlinear mechanisms and respective nonlinear response of a structure are different from undamaged and damaged material. Literature review. Finite element method. The finite element method is a popular method for numerically solving differential equations arising in engineering and mathematical modeling. Typical problem areas of interest include the traditional fields of structural analysis, heat transfer, fluid flow, mass transport, and electromagnetic potential. The FEM is a general numerical method for solving partial differential equation in 2 or 3 space variables. To solve the problem, the FEM subdivides a large system into smaller, simple parts called finite elements. In the research by Li and Lu, they propose a damage detection technique to identify fatigue cracks in a steel joint through two sets of experiments, which are experimental and numerical studies. The FEM was utilized to verify the experimental results. Vibration and ultrasonic input are used as guided waves to interact with the crack surface. In comparison, for experimental qualification with numerical simulation results that use FEM presented shorter computation time to perform the analysis. In the research by Li and Lu, they study advanced numerical simulation and successfully developed FEM to simulate the wave propagation of wave of wave guides for the mesh detection. For the numerical stimulation, 2D FEM of the generation of highest harmonics and 3D FEM were attempted to identify the presence of crack. Non-linearity. Some methods can fulfill their mesh detection, such as linear and non-linear variations. From past research, non-linear parameters are one of the methods that are widely used in the engineering field. According to Kobo and Pravorovsky, the substance of a nonlinear equation or state is a nonlinear acknowledgement of dynamic excitation. Nonlinearities relations are used to describe numerous methods. In a study of damage detection by Chen, they have constructed an experiment to detect the crack progression of concrete subjected to both mechanical and thermal load. Wave modulation. This process of imposing an input signal onto a carrier wave is called modulation. In other words, modulation changes the shape of a carrier wave to somehow encode the speech or data information that we were interested in carrying. Modulation is like hiding a code inside the carrier wave. Modulation is the process of encoding information in the transmitted signal, while the modulation is the process of extracting information from the transmitted signal. Vibroacoustic modulation method. The vibromodulation technique is a potential NDT method which involves monitoring the amplitude modulation of an ultrasonic vibration field transmitted through a crack specimen, undergoing an additional low-frequency structural vibration, typically one of the first structural modes. VAM method for detection and characterization of various structural and material flows has been actively researched for the last 2 decades. Most of the studies focus on detection and monitoring of macro cracks, requiring well-established baseline, no damage. The value of the modulation index. The baseline value is specific for a particular structure, measuring setup and other factors and can't be established in many practical situations without a long-term monitoring looking for a relative change in the modulation index. Types of cracks in aluminum structure. A crack may occur in a structure when the material is not able to withstand the applied stress or strain. Cracks in aluminum structure can occur during the process strain of bending, welding, and stress corrosion cracking. Many aluminum alloys are susceptible to the two general types of cracks, stress or cold cracks and solidification cracks, otherwise known as hot cracks or hot tears. Another common cause of cracks in aluminum casting is thermal stress, which occurs when the metal cools too quickly or unevenly. This can happen if the more temperature is too low, the metal is poured too quickly, or the casting is not properly insulated. In aluminum alloys, it is general that dimple type fracture occurs from inclusion or second phase particles. In intergranular, local shear and delamination type fractures are also sometimes absorbed. Research methodology. Phase 1. Experimental setup for data collection. A suitable experimental setup for the investigation of suitable aluminum structure, the formation of cracks for experimental purpose, and the effects of emitted wave of cracks. The purpose diagram is shown in figure 1. Phase 2, data collection for several heat sources and operation settings. After all the preparation of the experimental materials have been perfected, the appropriate resonance wave will be used to detect the presence of cracks in the aluminum structure and then measure the scale of the cracks. And a conference paper will be drafted based on this initial data and then submitted for evaluation or review. Phase 3, analysis of data. Once the data collection is completed, analysis will be done and action will be taken based on the following observation. Pattern of collected results, identify possibility of repeating experiment and or update missing data, and complete the experiment and data for the next stage. Phase 4, which is final phase. Formulation of correlation between investigated parameters and conclusion or submission for evaluation. During this final stage, scientific discussion will be completed by a formula that can be used to represent the findings of the current study. Thesis writing will be completed and submitted for viva. Milestone and timelines for completion. The milestone and timelines of the research is shown in Figure 2 and Figure 3. Okay. Start is the thesis for proposal approval. If yes, so next to the phase 1. Experimental setup for data collection. And next, phase 2, data collection for several heat sources and operation setting. Next is phase 3, analysis of data. And next, viva and report submission. If no, need to revise or correction. If yes, and then end. And chart for the proposed research. For the phase 1, from the experimental setup for data collection, and next to 2025, data collection for the various sources and operation settings, and the middle of 2025, analysis of data, and last 2026 is formulation of relation between investigated parameters and conclusion or submission of for evaluation. In conclusion, this project study aims to detect the presence of cracks in a solid structure where it can serve as an early warning to avoid larger cracks where the impact will be worse. The study of this project is beneficial not only to individuals but also to large companies and governments in an effort to curb more severe damage to a solid structure through early detection of damage. In addition, the introduction to the types of cracks as well as the equipment used to detect a crack will provide useful experience and skills to adapt to regular inspection. Any damage that can be detected early will be beneficial in terms of saving repair costs in addition to preventing greater damage and higher cost use, as well as saving not only property but also human life.